Hello, my name is Greg Rudy, and over the next 10 minutes you will see how easy it is to connect your VMware Virtual Data Center with TwinStrata CloudArray, a virtual storage array connecting your data center with cloud storage devices. First, let's look at our test VDC. This is actually a small home configuration built on two vSphere servers running DRS and HA in the background. The only limiting factor in this configuration is that we're limited to about 500 KB in uplink bandwidth. I've already loaded both the VDR and CloudArray appliances by deploying from OVF files, and I've added a small amount of local storage to the CloudArray appliance to use as local cache. I didn't add a lot of local storage to the cache because I want to be able to use the back-end cloud devices. The first thing we will need to do is to configure storage devices using CloudArray Control, a simple client application that will run on Linux and Windows platforms. I've already loaded the cache and a policy, as well as input the ESX server's iSCSI client name. Here, I'm adding two 50 GB volumes and one 5 GB volume, using the partial cache policy and assigning the volumes to the ESX host iSCSI ID. I'm using storage on Amazon's S3 public cloud, but I could be using EMC Atmos or ATT's Synaptic storage as well. You can see the jobs running in the background and appearing in the assigned volume list as I move on to the next volume. Okay, that's the last volume, and in a minute you'll see them appear as assigned volumes under the mappings. There's the last volume, and now you can see that they've been mapped to the CloudArray, to the iSCSI target. Back in the vSphere client, we're going to rescan the iSCSI adapter to discover the volumes we just created. You can see how easy that step was. We've now created 3 volumes available to vSphere for data store or RDM usage. The next step is to assign some storage to the VDR appliance so we'll have a backup target. Here we edit the configuration and add a new hard disk. Then choose RDM storage and pick one of the 50 GB volumes we just created. Great. The next step is to power on the VDR appliance and go to the VDR Application Management view. We select the new VDR appliance. Since this is the first time we are connecting to this appliance, we have to enter the vCenter administrator's password. We can now go to the configuration screen where we see the 50 gigabit volume. Note that this is actually on Amazon's S3 public cloud, with only a small cache volume locally. This volume needs to be formatted and mounted before use, so we'll do that now. It'll take a few minutes for this task to finish, so we'll detour for a moment to make use of the other 50 gigabit volume we created. So going back to our ESX server storage view, we choose the Add New Storage option. and select the remaining 50 gigabit volume, which will create a VMFS data store, which I'm calling CloudArray Data Store 1. Once created, it can be used just like any other local data store. And here we see it created. As an example, I'll clone one of the VMs to the new cloud storage device. This effectively creates a cloud residence instance of this VM. Next, I'll use Storage vMotion to migrate a VM from a local data store to the cloud storage data store. It really doesn't get much easier than this. So let's check back on our VDR storage target. Here we see that it has completed the format and mount stage, and we can now go to the Backup tab and create a new backup job. Go. Choose some of the other default options. It enters the queue and awaits the start of the job, but we can force it to start right away. Here you see the backup job running concurrently with the storage vMotion and the clone operations. As soon as the backup operation completes, you would see a restore point reappear under the Restore tab, and the restore process would occur in the same manner as if using local storage as the backup target. I hope this brief tour was helpful to you. You can see how easy it is to create on-demand storage in a public or private cloud and use it just like local storage. Also, since it is delivered over standard storage protocols already used in your data center, all current policies and administrator access procedures can still be followed. If you'd like to learn more, visit our website at www.twinstrata.com. There you can also download the CloudArray virtual appliance for a free 30-day trial to try for yourself. Thank you, and have a good day.